No. The thought about it, it's actually insane. And I'm actually thinking about, man, to see something like that. Like, look, if we were to have something like that, I really want to see Robert Downey Jr. come back as Iron Man, for he could discuss with Batman why he is so awesome and rich, and have them have a conversation of why they know so much of everybody and why they're so overprotective and whatnot. And I want to have the same conversation with Captain America and Superman. Like, oh, you love the United States and the world and stuff like that. And they have like this, heroism talk or whatever the case is.
So your body's changing. Believe me, I know how that feels.
Yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305. With me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
I don't even have to tell you. You know what today is. Play it!
It's 8 o'clock and we're ready to rock.
Willie, I always say this, but I'm so What? You just learned that Nickelodeon is almost old as you? What? What?
Oh.
The hell's wrong
all
with
right.
you? Why is it that every day we do this, I get a new headline? Why?
Because it's informative. and it's a fun talking point. After a discussion with my mother, I come to realize that Nickelodeon officially hit the air on April 1st, 1979.
It's been 84 years.
79. That's when
it was a cable. It was a cable TV thing, and I didn't have cable TV back then because I'm poor. But it existed. I thought Nickelodeon just came to be in 1987 or something.
You filthy swine! I will kill you!
Oh my god. I knew about like early 80s because of You Can't Do That on Television, Danger Mouse, and a bunch of stuff like that.
Exactly. Well, I was actually founded in 1977, but they only showed it in Columbus, Ohio, because I don't know. I said insert Ohio meme here.
I have nothing.
Listen, I don't understand. I don't understand the memes. All these memings that they do. I don't take or talk, so I don't know about these things. But evidently, Ohio's a meme now. I thought Florida was the only one that could have memes.
That's what I was going to say. I thought us being in Miami, I thought we were the kings of memes, because that's what it is. Either Florida man or someone the I-95 or the Palmetto, something always happens that we become the memes like instantly. But
every time I hear,
I guess we have to share.
Every time I go on CNN, I read a story where they said something happened in Hialeah. First, I giggle because I imagine some white American person on CNN headquarters saying the word Hialeah. And second, I get upset because why they got to bring the 305 in this?
I don't know, man. They just gotta stop.
I know we have the crazy people out there. I understand that, but don't talk about us. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, you know what? I think we have something we have to talk about though, and we have to talk about it like right now. And guess what, Willie? You're absolutely right. You're right. You were absolutely right. And I know you're like, what the hell am I talking about? Even the audience here is pretty much going to be wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Capcom did something, and they did something that I'm pretty sure you don't like. And the fact is that Resident Evil 4 Remake adds microtransactions so you can pay to ruin the best part of the game. And Willie, I am more than shocked that they did this. And it's a $2.99 freaking microtransaction where you take out the best part of the game, which is pretty much upgrading your weapons. So technically for $2.99, you get all the weapons. Am I correct?
Incorrect. First, I just want to say that I am the Nostradamus of bad game ideas.
Pretty much.
I knew that Capcom was going to kick someone in the nuts. For now, they're not mine. Thankfully.
For now, at least.
Details. Today they released a new DLC, the Mercenaries DLC. It's a free DLC. The mercenary mode that they added, it's something that was in the original game, but it's a lot better now. It's basically a high score contest.
Okay.
They plop you in the middle of a map. You just blow the pieces out of everything that you see to rack up combos. Cool thing. But they snuck in there this microtransaction called the weapon exclusive upgrade ticket.
Lord.
For $2.99, you can go and buy an exclusive upgrade. Whatever weapon you have. You can basically pay $2.99 to make the BFG 9000. I know, different game, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get it.
This is pay to win. It's a single player game, so you're not getting a competitive advantage. But why would you want to ruin a game like that?
I don't know.
Yes, there are people that will tell you, well, I work all day. I work a whole 50-hour work week. I don't want to sit there and have to grind to upgrade my weapon. I understand that mentality. And you can also bring up the mentality that, well, you don't have to buy it.
Of course.
And Capcom will be quick to sit there and tell you, it's just, it's optional. You don't have to.
And what are your feelings about that, Mr. Horse?
No, sir, I don't like it.
Of course they would.
Okay, you don't have to.
Of course they would.
But they don't put it in the game so that you can ignore it. And I'm sure that they're going to plaster crap all over the screen. Hey, did you know you can upgrade that weapon? You're sure not killing these zombies fast enough. Maybe you should pay $2.99.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I don't know. It's garbage. Thankfully, it's only in a single-player mode. Now, my question.
Okay.
Will those upgrades apply to Mercenaries mode?
That's a very good question. And I don't know why. I watch it be a ripoff for that, just for that one mode only.
All of a sudden, get the option to pay $3, but you can rack up really high scores in Mercenaries? Again, this is a single-player game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it's pretty much what, for pay to win?
You know what?
Again?
I just had an idea. I'm going to pay to finish early. I don't know the trophy list for this game. What if Capcom put that microtransaction in there so it would be easier to get a score that will pop a trophy?
Is that
Because
it does sound like something they can do.
I've seen some games that will make you do something crazy to pop a trophy. I'm a trophy whore.
Yes, you are.
Before. I'm PlayStation and I'm an achievement hunter in Xbox. I know it's a condition.
Yeah,
but I've seen examples where they go and say, oh, yeah, you have to get 80 bajillion quadrillion experience to get a trophy. I mean, Diablo 2 Resurrected wants you to get all 7 characters. Is it 7? Yeah, 7 characters. All 7 characters to level to beat the game in nightmare mode. You got to get at least 2 of them, one in regular, one in hardcore, to get to level 99.
My God.
If Activision Blizzard were their normal selves, they'd put a thing in there. Hey, get an experience, only $5. It's not going to hurt anyone.
No.
I've seen that in other games, and I'm wondering if that's a reason why Capcom put it there.
I mean, it's a possibility. There's a lot of things that they could have probably done differently, but who knows, dude? I just feel that now that you brought this microtransaction, now the real fear is settling in now for Street Fighter and everything else in between. So I see what's
Street Fighter Battle Pass, XP boosts, or whatever fight money boosts. Mm-hmm. I see that coming. I see Capcom. I've been bracing myself all this time. When Street Fighter 6 comes out, you're probably gonna do like this. You're gonna wait till the game's out for like 2 weeks. By the way, in 2 weeks, Resident Evil, 4 million copies sold.
4 million copies already?
4 million copies sold. But they're gonna go and say, "Oh no! Enjoy your Street Fighter 6." And 2 weeks later, oh yeah, we're gonna add a little thing here where you gotta pay $7 so that Chun-Li's hair is red, and you'll get 3x fight money.
The sad thing about this, guys, is that he's not wrong. There's a possibility they will do something like that, and now we just have to sit there and wait to see when it happens. That's the thing. But Willie, I'm just gonna pretty much address the audience, guys. What do you guys think about everything that's going on here with the Resident Evil microtransaction and whatnot? Do you think it's fair? Do you guys think it's only for that one part of the game, or do you think it's gonna affect the whole entire game? And do you think it's even fair? Period. You know, if you're freaking grinding so hard to do something, you know, to feel like an achievement, but then you have to pay to get all these upgrades for like really quick and stuff. I don't know. Personally, to me, I'll feel less than a person doing that thing. But you know, that's just me. But I want to hear your thoughts. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this. Now, Willie, we're gonna be talking about freaking Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But we're gonna be talking about the PC requirements, which there's something wrong with this picture, and I'm curious to know what it is. There's something wrong.
You're
here.
curious? Well, I'm glad
Yes,
you
I'm
asked.
curious.
Okay, yes, this is the PC version of me coming out talking about something. For those of you who only like console, just skip this part if you want. But they released the requirements for the PC version of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and they're remarkably tame. Minimum requirements: you can build this PC for about $500.
Yes.
If you don't have a PC right now, you can go and get one of those Dell Optiplexes and get a couple of pieces of hardware, play this game just fine. A 4-core, 8-thread processor. That's pretty standard nowadays. The CPU they mentioned, they're the Ryzen 5 1400, which is like 5 or 6 generations old, or a Core i7 7700, 7th gen, which is 6 years old. The GPU, an AMD Radeon RX 580 or a GTX 1070. Yeah, it has to have 8 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah.
You can find those for under $100 on eBay.
Yes.
And 8 gigs of RAM. Those are the minimum. For recommended, you're going for 16 gigs. They're asking for Ryzen 5 5600X or 11th gen Core i5, and the GPU is either an RX 6700 XT or an RTX 2070. So you have the specs to play this game very well. Why do you need 155 gigs of storage?
This is what I was looking at right now. And that's the part that I was actually like, you need 155 gigs for this game alone? What is this, Call of Duty?
Exactly. Who are you trying to be? Call of Duty?
Holy crap. Like, my God, like 155 gigs for this game. I'm wondering what they're throwing in this game. I want to know what they're going to put in this game that's going to make it 155 gigs big. Hell, there's a lot of these computers that only have 256 M.2 in it already. So I'm guessing that you have to buy a 500 gigs or a terabyte external hard drive so you can store this game in there, because you need the room. You need the room.
I have a 256 gig M.2 in my PC.
Yeah.
But I have a spinning Rust drive, a 4 terabyte one that I use to install all my games. Because games like this, like literally, if I only had the 256 gig M.2, my computer would be Windows, this game, maybe Chrome.
That's it. That's it. That's all. No, you're asking too much from Chrome. Chrome is going to take up all your VRAM. You can't.
It's not as bad. They have worked on it. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I have you on a tab. I have like 60 tabs open right now.
Jesus. And
then again, I have 32 gigs of memory.
I was gonna say,
but I'm thinking about getting another 32 because maybe I want to have 120 tabs open.
Maybe, just maybe. But look,
I mean, I have a lot of things to research.
No, Willie does. And look, but here's the thing: is that's only the minimum requirements. But when you go to the freaking, the main requirements, it's still 155 gigs, though.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it didn't change.
Yeah, but still, like, you're like, what the hell?
They would have told you, oh yeah, but you need minimum 155, but we recommend 300. How many lightsabers are in this game?
Oh my god. Look, I'm just gonna be dead honest here, dude. If this sounds like an awesome game, but if you're gonna be you want to play this game, you're gonna have to get a bigger drive. You're gonna have to really focus on getting a bigger drive or or not. I'm not gonna say external because no, that's gonna be horrible. But you're gonna have to get at least another drive into your computer until you can put all the stuff in there. Because if you're powering your computer on an M.2 with 256 on it, I'm sorry, you're just gonna waste all the room in that computer, and then you're gonna be wondering why is your computer lagging and not moving as fast, and why you can't do an update on it because it just dies.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. I'm looking now. I just got on eBay and RX 580. I can get it for $80. That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, you can't go wrong. I'm glad for the game to have these type of specs, man. But it's just the size of it is what scares me the most. No lie.
I mean, the storage is storage, and terabytes are cheap now.
Yeah.
But still, one game requiring 155 gig.
Again,
those are some killer textures.
That is killer Call of Duty stuff right there. Forget about it.
Like I want to be able to see a guy's butthole in detail for that kind of space.
Just right there, just one big old hairy thing. I see it. I see it. There's that thing.
Jedi have buttholes, or like?
Wait,
yes, they do. But when they go to number 2, they have to use the Force.
I mean, actually, now you have me thinking about it. Do they wipe or they mental wipe? Like, so they don't have to touch
when they use the Force, do they actually squeeze it out, or do they use their mind? What Force are they using? These are the questions that need to be asked.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are into Star Wars, please, we need to know the exact number of details of this thing right now, because we're asking the questions. We need to know.
Knowing the Star Wars fandom, there's actually lore on how they poop. And when it comes out, does it glow blue or red?
And does it make a noise when it comes right out? I'm comment down below. We need to know. We need to know. That's it. That's it. We need to know. I need to know. I have questions. Person. I have questions now. Damn it, Willie. This is why sometimes you and we can't talk for more than an hour, because now I'm gonna sit here in a corner right here and going,
give me 5 minutes.
Do they feel the Force when it comes out, or like how does this work?
Give me 5 minutes and a nominal amount of alcohol, and I will take you down such rabbit holes that you've never seen before.
Look, man, fine. But I'm gonna tell you this much, Willie. Speaking about rabbit holes, let's talk about a plumbing hole. Let's talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Isn't that the same thing?
Almost, but this is going to be interesting because now there's reviews on this, and there's positive reviews technically. So the Super Mario Brothers movie review, a fun but safe Mushroom Kingdom romp, and I'm okay with this, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really looking forward to Saturday to go seeing this movie, and there's a lot of people out there, and they're not freaking critics, and they're saying that this movie is, really good. It's fun. It's an enjoyable movie. Is it perfect? Not everything is perfect, but the movie itself, it's a delight. It's an actual delight. And I'm here going, thank you. We don't have to freaking criticize that one pixel here on Toad's freaking forehead. Do you see that one dot right here, Willie? That one dot? It's a wrong shade of red. No, bro, I don't care about that. I really want to know if this movie is going to be an enjoyable movie. Is it an homage? Is it a love letter to us gamers? And I'm hearing that it is. And I'm excited for this, Willie. Now, please give some more backstory, because I was just ranting.
Before we go any further, you were talking about a pixel being the wrong color.
Yeah.
You don't remember the controversy when Sonic Boom came out?
Sonic Boom.
The video that came out on the Wii U that was terrible.
I don't remember.
Well, good, because the most memorable thing about Sonic Boom was that people started losing their minds because Sonic's arms weren't blue.
Oh God, really?
There was an absolute outcry because Sonic's arms were not blue.
Oh Lord. I think that'll be the thing I care about less.
I mean, the thing I care about less in that conversation is Sonic, but that's just me. Anyway,
Yes.
more reviews have been coming out, and I shared one particular one with you because I thought it brilliantly explained what I was trying to tell you on Wednesday.
Yes.
And it was from Young, yeah. He's a YouTuber, pretty cool YouTuber, and he has a very mental take on things.
Mm-hmm.
And he reviewed the movie favorably, but as a thing, yeah. I mean, if you want to go see Mario, his basic review is this: you want to go see a movie where Mario does Mario things, you'll enjoy the movie.
Yes.
That's all that's all the movie has.
Yeah.
And I think, in going back to the conversation on Wednesday, it goes right in the review that Grace Randolph made, the
Yeah.
one that Movie Buff made.
Correct.
And that's why I always say it's a good idea to get multiple perspectives and understand the perspectives you're getting when you go see a movie. Because when you're looking for impressions of a movie. Grace Randolph was looking at it as from forget who Mario is this an entertaining movie?
Yeah.
She did not like it.
Yeah.
Movie Bob was on the other extreme end, hardcore gamer. Oh my God, this is everything Mario needs to be and more. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, almost perfect. You give it a 9. Young, yeah, is in the middle. He's a gamer. He's played his Mario games. He knows the history of Mario. He had pretty constructive comments about the characters.
Yeah.
And he did acknowledge, yes, if you're there for the Easter eggs and for the little Mario references, you're gonna have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
But he said it overall, it's just like a movie where they just try to find a way to make that thing happen. He did say that the best thing about the movie was Jack Black.
Of
As
course.
Bowser.
That's a no-brainer.
He had positive things to say about Peach, who's not the usual damsel in distress. I'm gonna say again, Anya Taylor-Joy is a fine actress, but can she not do every movie? She's like the Kevin Hart of actresses.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart will show up right now on a Downey commercial if he's guaranteed a check.
Oh no, definitely, dude. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And the thing about that reviewer, he was not too critical about certain things that he was talking about, but I did enjoy the fact that he broke down like certain things, like certain parts here, certain parts there, something might happen, but he didn't really give spoilers. So I'm just kind of like trying to wing it for you guys to understand what I'm talking about. And he was just letting you know like certain voice actors how they perceive their character, and it was kind of like interesting. And of course, the whole thing with Princess Peach, everyone's pretty much like, oh my God, now that she's a fighter. But if nobody remembers, back then those comic books based on this with Nintendo Power, and she was pretty much a fighter herself. She had to defend it. It's not like she had Mario there the whole time, so she had to put her her bearings and start fighting there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see anything past that. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. I'm dying to see how Princess Peach is portrayed in this movie. I do want to see the Mushroom Kingdom. I do want to see how Mario comes into this world and how everything kind of happens. I'm not looking for something. I just really want to do is just turn off my brain and enjoy a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
I don't want to sit there and pixelate it and just freaking look at everything like, I hate this.
There is that time where you're like, you know what? I don't want to have to think about my movie too much. I just want to sit there, munch on popcorn. I don't like popcorn. I prefer nachos.
I can't.
And just look at a movie and enjoy it. Sometimes, like, I don't know about you. I ruin my experience sometimes when I look deep into a movie.
I agree.
Like when Megan came out, my brain, because then again, I felt the movie was leading into something like deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that would be really cool. They examined this and they didn't do it. I ruined the movie for myself. It was a perfectly fine movie that I ruined in my brain.
Oh, because you overthought things.
Something you have to keep in mind as well. At the end of the day, critics are just giving their opinion. Whether you agree with their opinion or not, that's their opinion. When Rolling
Yeah.
Stone took out that list of the top 200 singers of all time, and they didn't include Celine Dion, I thought that was actually a war crime. But at the end of the day, that's their opinion.
Yeah.
If you go and list your top 10 of anything, you're gonna say something, and someone's gonna go, "I can't believe it, you picked that." But that's your opinion.
No, definitely. But I just prefer that if they're gonna say something, I prefer them to say it like ahead of time, not just go ahead and be like, look, guys, this is gonna be my personal opinion. Like when somebody hears it, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna take it too hard because whatever he feels, that's what he feels. So then I'm gonna be like, all right, that person right there feels this way about the movie. I'm gonna watch another reviewer, see what they feel about it, and like that's why again I always say in the beginning of anything I'm talking about, guys, this is my personal opinion. Please do not take it too literal or serious. I'd rather have you guys go out there and check it out for yourself and come back and tell me what you guys think about it. That's how I like to be more human too. I don't want to be like, this movie sucks because I say so. No, there's a lot of people that actually enjoyed freaking Halloween Ends. But again, that's their opinion. And I respect it. I'm like, all right, man, I'm glad you liked that movie. It sucked though, but for at least in my point of view. But if you liked it, hey, to each their own,
When you look at a person's review of something, always go with the mentality of, okay, that's their opinion. Back to Grace Randolph. She did not have phenomenal things to say about everything, everywhere, all at once. If I were any other person, that's an offense. That's an offense, punishable by at least 50 years in prison. But that's her opinion. Like right now, I say that Cocaine Bear is only slightly better than lobotomizing yourself with a rusty fork. But that's my opinion. You may watch it and say, listen, Willie, you don't have to have the fork with rust. You can definitely do it without rust. It's perfectly fine. You may like it a little bit more than I do. All I'm saying is that Cocaine Bear is terrible.
Yeah, that's his point across already.
This is,
but
you have to watch it. When you watch it,
I'm gonna have to probably watch it this weekend, hopefully.
Keep this in mind. This was Ray Liotta's last movie.
It's gonna hurt me just knowing that, right?
When you see the movie, you will actually start picketing. Anyway.
All right, but look, so that's the whole thing with the Mario Brothers movie review, which I'm excited. I can't wait to see it this weekend and to give my full thoughts of the movie. Again, opinion thoughts. But we got to continue on, Willie, which I'm kind of curious on this part. I want to see what you feel about it. And actually, about it. I'm just kind of curious on what we're going to talk about here. And is Daisy Ridley returns as Rey in Star Wars movie where she rebuilds the Jedi Order. Now, I got to tell you, Willie, I'm tired. I love Star Wars, but I'm already hitting this wall where I'm getting tired of seeing anything that has to do with Star Wars. It's so overwhelming already. I'm like, oh God, like yeah. Like I just don't want to see it no more. And then it's hearing this because I thought after we saw the movies already, they finished. She got the lightsaber, she buried it, and all this stuff. You know what? I'm tired. I'm just really tired.
I've been tired. But again, details first. So it actually started today. Star Wars Celebration 2023 started today in London, and this is where fans of the franchise can bask in all things Star Wars. The first big news that came out was this: they announced that they're going to work on a movie that is going to star Rey, Daisy Ridley's character, and she's going to try to bring the Jedi Order back. So I guess she went and dug up that lightsaber after all.
I guess
she's been polarizing to those in the Star Wars community. I'm not gonna chime in on that because I'm no longer part of that. I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
Like my mind doesn't want to. I had fun with Mandalorian for a little bit, but I fell back off. But I did hear that the latest episode of The Mandalorian had people up in arms because Liz and Jack Black were in it. I don't know how to even care.
I don't know,
but
bro.
They have announced a couple other things, just real quick. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is supposed to be coming out this year on Disney Plus. Star Wars The Acolyte comes out in 2024, and there's going to be a Wookiee Jedi. They showed the first trailer for the Ahsoka series, and people get to see Thrawn in live action.
Okay.
And there'll be things that come up as we go along. For Star Wars fans, listen, all I ever want for people who love something is that they get to see things that they love and enjoy it.
I agree, and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
If you're into it, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, it's sad, but please don't get like I can't say I hate those people that get on rants about things, because I go on rants about things. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Capcom's gonna kick me in the nuts. I still have to go to work.
I mean, look,
Activision Blizzard is horrible. I still got to pay my bills. Yeah, that's the real important stuff in life.
It's whatever. It's out there, man. But it's already fatigue already. I'm already like, oh, that's it. I'm done, bro. I can't.
I'm serious.
And it sucks, man, because I really like that. I like Star Wars. I really do. But yeah, it's already to a point where it's like it's so much, and I can just take so much. I'm like, yeah, I said, I want it done.
I like the concept of Star Wars now, so not so much the actual franchise itself. I do like seeing people enjoying what they like, what they love.
Yes.
That, like all the memes of people freaking out at the end of season 2 of Mandalorian. I like seeing that kind of joy. I like seeing people get so into their stuff that in some cases they cry because they love something so much, they invest so much time into it that they like to see the payoff. I don't like it when, you know, they're so invested that they get mad and they decide they have to throw things around and cuss about it.
Yeah.
I know, looking at glass houses. But just enjoy your stuff. Speaking of enjoying stuff, I know someone who's going to enjoy this.
Oh my God. So look, this big news that came up, and I actually was excited when I heard this. And it's DC Marvel movie crossover is more likely under James Gunn, who says DC has discussed it. So
he's in, boys. He did it. He said it.
They talked about this, Willie. They discussed of having a DC Marvel movie crossover, and I'm all in. If this is going to happen or going to happen soon, I want it. I want to see what this is going to be about. I know a lot of people right now are already hitting that superhero fatigue already because of everything that happened last year and all that stuff. And you know, it's the beginning of this year, so let's see what's going on. Hopefully, it slows down. Give us something that we'll be like, okay, I would like to see this and see what happened. But this right here, yeah, I want to see this right here. I want to see it. Willie, break it down for us. What's going on here?
Okay, so James Gunn,
yes,
he's one of the co-heads of DC Studios, was talking to Empire, and he let it be known that it's not a thing that has been in advanced discussions, but they have talked about it. I'll give you a quote. According to James Gunn himself. Quote, that's many years away, though. I think we have to establish what we're doing at DC first. I'd be lying to say that we haven't discussed it, but all discussions have been very, very light and fun. For context, James Gunn has one more MCU movie coming out, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It was the one that made people care about a talking tree and a talking raccoon. And the fact that now it's over to DC, you can see that. You can see the possibility of, okay, maybe Marvel and DC can do something. There are way too many variables in play. And remember, this is just looking at it from James Gunn's perspective. Not even as DC's perspective, as James Gunn's perspective. Marvel would still have to be on board. Maybe Kevin Feige is receptive to it, considering that he's a comic books nerd like us.
Yeah.
He remembers things like JLA Avengers. But just like sitting there, and thinking about the possibility is pretty crazy.
No. The thought about it, it's actually insane. And I'm actually thinking about, man, to see something like that. Like, look, if we were to have something like that, I really want to see Robert Downey Jr. come back as Iron Man, for he could discuss with Batman why he is so awesome and rich, and have them have a conversation of why they know so much of everybody and why they're so overprotective and whatnot. And I want to have the same conversation with Captain America and Superman. Like, oh, you love the United States and the world and stuff like that. And they have like this, heroism talk or whatever the case is.
Hi, I'm Captain America, and I'm here to talk to you about one of the most important weapons in any soldier's arsenal: math.
But I also want to see the bad guys, collide. As weird as that sounds.
Okay. The question that I have for you is this:
What?
Not not which team up you want to see, because I know which team up you want to see.
Yes.
I know I'm not the storylines or anything. The only question that I have for you is this: when John Bernthal's Punisher meets Batman, which Batman do you want?
Which Batman do I want? That's a good question. Wow, that's actually a really good question. I probably have to take with Ben Affleck Batman.
I agree with you there.
Ben Affleck Batman.
I think it has to be Batfleck, only because that Batman is broken.
Yes.
And he's more grizzled, and he's more willing to do extreme things.
Yeah.
And
he'll talk about the weapons.
Punisher can sit there and talk about, Punisher is gonna like clash with him immediately because Batman doesn't do guns. Although Batman absolutely had guns, and Batman
he had a shotgun. He had a freaking shotgun, man. I was like, oh my god.
Twin 50 cals strapped to the Batmobile. People died.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Punisher and Batman were to collide, which I'm pretty sure that they're going to have their fight, they're going to have a fight, but they're going to have that one moment where I hope it's not a "why you say her name" type of thing. But if they were to have a moment that they stopped and kind of like talk, because I know John Bernthal's Punisher, when he was fighting the Daredevil, they had that one moment that they kind of like talked for a bit. And that's when Daredevil kind of realized that he's not a bad guy, because, even though he's murdering all the bad guys, but he's not a bad guy. So then they kind of like had this whole moment where they talked and got to know each other, and they became good friends afterwards.
So what you're saying is that Punisher took the Daredevil and told him, just because I am bad guy, doesn't mean I'm bad guy.
Yes.
For that line, I need Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher.
I want that. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome.
I want him to be the Punisher for that moment and that moment only.
Yes. But guys, this is up to you. What do you guys think of everything we just talked about from above and below? Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about this. And our show is done, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just so when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, a little something in between. Willie, any last words?
I wish I had more deep thoughts for to end the show. But it's Friday. I want to get my weekend on. Happy Good Friday, though.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Happy Good Friday. And I hope you guys have a great day, okay? Take care, everybody. Peace.
Bye.